Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is Casey. Thanks for checking out the video here. Today I'm going to go over the balance sheet on companies. This is really just for investors who are looking for valuation in a company, or maybe you're looking into getting into some more long-term dividend investing. This is very useful information if you combine it with things such as the income statement. Okay, and if you didn't watch my previous video, I covered a lot of what's in the income statement and things that you need to look for in the income statement. You can get access to any of a company's financial information, I might add, simply by going online. You can check directly with the company's website, or you can go to like barons.com, where you can subscribe and pull up a bunch of information that I'm talking about here, which would fall into the financials for a specific company that you might want to invest in. So moving forward here, though, I want to talk about the balance sheet today. There's a few things you need to look for on a balance sheet, and this is completely separate from the income statement that we covered in a previous video. So if you haven't watched that, go back and check out the income statement video that I made. So anyways, getting back to the point here, for the balance sheet, there's four different pieces that you need to pay attention to with the balance sheet, and we'll go over those here. The first, let's just use an example here again, company XYZ. We're not going to use a current company, because the numbers I'm going to use for say, a company like Walmart, they'll be obsolete here probably in the next week. Okay. Now these figures, on the balance sheet and income sheet. Before I get started here, I just want to let you know that the information that you can obtain from these specific companies will usually come out quarterly or by the end of the year. Okay. So, getting started again on the balance sheet, number one thing you want to look for is current assets. Okay, now this is basically, it can be converted into cash, okay, such as bank deposits and accounts receivable. Alright, so that's what you're looking at when you're checking out current assets on a company. The second is investments. Alright, now investments would be things that obtain a little bit more risk. Alright, and that would be things such as, a portfolio with stocks and bonds in it. Okay, so just what you're looking at there with investments. The third is fixed assets. Alright, now fixed assets, guys, are more they're more considered like long-term debt, and the reason why is because they consist of items such as property, plant, equipment, things that are going to create products and services for the business. Alright, and these are pretty important to watch for. The fourth is accumulated depreciation. Now accumulated depreciation is simply, usually it's accounting adjustments, okay, or an area where they can use accounting adjustments for depleted assets. Alright. Now, basically the reason why I pointed all four of these out for you is because on a balance sheet, you're going to add up the sum of whatever the number is on the balance sheet for the company. You're going to add up the sums of all four of these from the balance sheet, and that'll equal your total assets. Okay, so you'll know what the company's total assets are. Alright, now I made a few more notes here of things that you can look for, and I would have put them up on the board here, but I'm just trying to make this video short, simple, and straight to the point. So I'm not doing a whole lot of erasing and writing and stuff like that while you guys are watching the video. So I took some notes here on some additional things you need to look for, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anything here. But the balance sheet, basically overall, guys, it's going to give you a picture of the company's assets, liabilities, and equities at the end of the accounting period, like I was talking about, whether it be quarterly or say at the end of the year. Okay, There's a couple other things that you can look for, all right, and that would be your liabilities. Okay, so this would be accounts payable, and accounts payable basically is just simply debts that are due in 30 days. It's money owed to company suppliers, things of that nature. It also, another one that falls under liabilities is going to be taxes. All right, taxes due, like payroll taxes, wages for employees, and then taxes, of course, on profits. All right, that would be your liabilities. Then if you move on, you're going to find another one. Right there, it kind of goes along with liabilities. It's equity. Okay, and your equity would be shareholders' equity. So it's like an initial in an initial investment in the company. Okay, people are putting money in with the company and investing in it, and in exchange for investing their money, they're getting shares of that company. Okay, so that would fall under equity for that company. Okay, those are just a couple extra things that you want to keep in mind or look at when we're covering the balance sheet. Okay, that's pretty much it in a nutshell for you guys. Of course, when you're looking at a balance sheet, there's going to be a whole lot more with some figures and numbers and stuff like that. But try not to get too distracted again with some of those numbers, because you want to break this into different parts, and that kind of goes into a screening process that you're going to use based on certain formulas, okay, for looking at companies that might be overvalued or undervalued, all right? And that again is key to determining whether or not maybe you have a good investment, or a company that's a bad investment simply because it's overvalued. All right, these are things that you want to keep in mind and learn through time, because again, it's really important information, and it's important that you know what you're looking at when right before you decide to make an investment with a company. Okay, so knowing what current assets are, investments, fixed assets, and accumulated depreciation on the balance sheet are definitely going to help you with the whole process. All right. I'm going to make some more videos. I'll break down again like some of the debt coverage ratios, quick ratios, stuff like that in videos here in the future. Okay. I said in a previous video that I was going to work on some videos that revolve around those topics. So I'll be sure to put some more videos out here soon on that. But other than that, yeah, that's the balance sheet, and start practicing. Start looking at some of these companies well ahead before you ever decide to invest with them. Like for instance, right now I've got a list of probably 4 or 5 different companies that I'm looking at for building my passive income, and I've got them listed. I've got them on the radar. I'm looking at other things too, like price to earnings ratios, which we'll cover in later videos. But start looking at some of that stuff in advance, okay? Because they may be overvalued right now, but you might find a couple that you want to invest in. So if you're investing in those now, the ones that are undervalued, you can do so, and then simply not necessarily ignore the ones that are overvalued, but keep them on your list, because throughout time, the ones you're investing in right now that are undervalued might start becoming overvalued, and you might want to switch your funds, or the money that you're investing. You might want to switch that over from the company you were investing in that was undervalued at the time, and now it's overvalued. You might want to move that money over into, say, one of the other companies you had on your list that was overvalued, say 6 months ago. Okay, because it might have been overvalued then, but now it's coming down in price. Okay, so basically what you're doing is just taking your money and you're making the best investment possible throughout time. All right, and eventually what you would be doing in theory is buying in low, okay, and riding the wave up, okay, throughout time. So it offers you a better opportunity for growth investing. All right. That's all I have for today, guys. Hope you're enjoying your spring break, and I look forward to putting out another video here soon. Until then, you guys keep researching, keep learning, keep growing, and keep grinding. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.